Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Kalandra League 3.19. In this episode, I'm going to be doing build updates. It's huge, massive, huge build updates. Today, let's start off with something pretty important, explanation on the Spectres. I've been using 4 Demon Harpies. Main reason is they look so cool, and on stream they look cool. And you could run one Arenamaster for the extra move speed and damage and stuff, or run the extra Pale Seraphim for the increased damage taken and the action speed slow. But I find that the Demon Harpy extra clear speed and it adds some extra damage with its punches and leap slam and the scream, that it actually isn't that bad. And when it's linked to like Empower 3 has divergent minion speed, and it's all the way up to level 30, so it's like actually pumping some damage on its own. It's actually a really good Spectre. It's not just a support, it's actually also doing damage, so that's cool. And then it has mobility, and it jumps with the leap slam, and it's really sick. I actually like it a lot. It's like the demon version of Kalandra. Okay, so then I want to do build update, and the main big update is I've got another voices in the build, 3 passive. These were like 20 div like a week ago or something. I bought them a week ago and then didn't use them yet. And then I put in all these medium clusters, so just Dreadmarch Renewal on every single one, 6 of them. So what this does is 60% phys damage reduction, 60% chaos risk, 60 move speed, 60 life. So then I was like, I'm not going to take the Indom army and the Grave Intentions, so then they will take extra damage from bleeding when they move. Hopefully it won't be a problem. And then I'm not taking this, so 60% through the thing, and then I get my mastery here for the 8% max LE res. And then we have the 6% regen, and it's insane, and because of the renewals, and then the double damage, 30% chance for double damage. I took out the Gravepact. The way I was able to do this is through the wands, giving accuracy, and I also went precision finally, linked to a Divergent Generosity Dread Banner. I could also link this to an enhance, and then, you know, do the extra impale chance through that. But this is really strong, having precision with 800. So basically my golems have 2700 accuracy, and this is another 831, not counting the fact that the generosity is giving the aura effect of 40%, so it's a little bit more than the 800. And then I also ran one of these jewels with increased minion accuracy rating, 23%. And so with a combination of increased minion accuracy rating and then the flat accuracy, so they had like 3500, they're up to like over 4k with this. They have pretty good accuracy right now. I'm pretty happy with it, especially for bossing. And then the 15 minion LE res makes up for the Indom army that I had. And then I have the extra damage and the extra life just for the extra pathing to make this jewel worth it, obviously. And I can show you in POB after how much accuracy they actually have, but it was through the levels, raising their accuracy, then it was through flat precision. I got Anomalous to save Reservation, obviously, linked it to Generosity to get extra and to get bigger AoE on it. So it actually reaches the minions so they can be accurate. And then I also use this jewel with the minion accuracy rating, and I wanted above 3k. I wanted 5k. Max I would ever go to is 7k. But 3 to 5 is good. I'm at like 4,000 something. I'd rather 5, but it's fine. I'm not deep delving it. So now I want to break this down. Why is this good? Because I was only 2 Dread Marches and now I'm 6. So, basically my minions weren't chaos res capped with the 2 and the 2 things down here. But with 6, they get 60 chaos res, and they start at 20, so they're at 80 chaos so they cap at 75. Obviously they have 75 chaos. This is enough with 6 Dread Marches. And then the 60 phys damage reduction, well, normally you start the game, they have 0. You take these 2 points and they have 23. You take 2 Dread Marches, they're at 43. So here I have 60. And then I don't have the extra bleed thing. So the reason why I finally decided to move away from the moving while bleeding doesn't cause minions to take extra damage is because a new problem has arisen, which is corrupted blood is not doing extra damage when you move. It's just doing a lot of phys damage. So having more phys damage reduction was really useful here. So 60% is a lot. It's really crazy. It's really sick. And I could totally add the extra 23 from the tree, and you could be at 83 with the not taking extra damage while moving. But I'm curious to see how this does. And then it saves the points on the tree, and then I get my mastery through this instead of this. And you don't need the 15 minion Ellie res, and they took the 15 minion life out of Indom army. They really were trying to push you off this. Yeah. Then they wanted you to use Dread Marches and the new... I get my minion Ellie res through literally 2 items. A ring with 55 minion Ellie res, and the jewel with 15 Ellie res, so this is 70. They started 40, and so they get 70, so they go to 110. They actually have 83 Ellie res because of the max Ellie res here, 8% on the mastery. So it's 83, and then they have overall 110, so they're 27 over cap, and my AG's like 60 over cap or something, so he's safe to like double curse or curse plus exposure. I mean, scourge and all this stuff. Yeah, it's really fun. This is really sick. I wanted to give my thoughts on the wands versus Clayshapers. Obviously, Clayshapers for 2C is disgusting, and they were absolutely amazing. The benefits of the wands is well, it's obvious, the levels, so the minion survivability across the board, your zombies, your AG, your specters, your golems, even the number of specters and zombies you have without needing the empower because of hitting level 25, getting an extra zombie and Spectre, and then all this minion damage is really big, and the attack speed's big, and the aggressive minions are aggressive fracture. That was the main reason I did it, was having an aggressive fracture, so that I don't need Primordial Might, and then all my minions are aggressive. They don't even need Feeding Frenzy. I use Feeding Frenzy for the buff instead, and I also gained a trigger too. So this was a pretty big upgrade, which made me realize that you could actually swap sooner than this. You don't need two giant wands that are perfect to be able to swap. You could beat the Clayshapers earlier. It's just not on pure damage. It's not just damage, it's all the other stuff. It's the quality of life. The minions are aggressive. The survivability, the accuracy from the levels, the base stats, the trigger, all this extra stuff is how you would do it. And also the fact that these are usable on every minion, where Clayshapers was mostly just Carrion and Stone Golem. These ones are insane. You could go a lot lower stats and still be competitive because of all the other bonuses from the levels and stuff on this wand, rather than just pure damage. Pure damage category, there's more complicated stuff that happens too, because you're able to use like the zombie and the 6 link, for example, as a 5 link, and maybe boost your damage there. Your Spectre's doing more damage, and your Demon Harpy's going crazy. Your zombies in general, your Animate Guardian is more tanky, so he doesn't die, which saves you money. It's pretty valuable, actually. I really like the swap to wands. I don't regret swapping off of Clayshapers. I'm really happy to see such a big gap between wands and Clayshapers, and that they aren't best in slot, and that they're just really good for damage. And I really appreciate that we had Clayshapers, and it was really good. But the wands are better, and by far, and this isn't even the best. I could get 109 minion damage. The suffixes could be like minion crit, and then what if you get the trigger on the other one? God damn. I upgraded my chest. I'll make a whole video on it, and I'm also going to go through the actual minion stats in PoB after, and show you the damage, and show you what we've done and how all this works, and talk about why I have 5 golems too. But we also did this chest plate. So I had bought Guatelitzi chest plates with 86, and I was looking for armor evasion bases because I was going to roll spell suppression, but I wanted armor still, so I got Guatelitzi, which Guatelitzi is from Avla Temple, and it drops as life mod, double life mod, so percent life, 119 life. It's a disgusting mod, and it probably should have been nerfed along with the global defenses, but it didn't, so here we are. I took this, fractured it, I'm gonna make a whole video, but this chest's really sick. Upgrade from my old one. I'll basically show that. My old one was just because that's an easy comparison. Then, the old one was just life, the craft, and then lightning, chaos, and suppression. So then this one has the temple mod, which is an extra 10% life. Then I got the Veil mod, 10% life, 10% mana from doing an Ashling 4 on the prefixes, keeping the suffixes, like suffixes cannot be changed, and doing an Ashling 4. I did the suffixes with Essence of Envy, Deafening Essence of Envy. And then, yeah, I crafted the 6% after. Easy. So a huge upgrade of 20% life and 10% mana. And then, I have the aura effect still, but I did determination instead of pride. I could have done pride, I just didn't hit it, and it's kind of rare to roll an exact aura. I think it's like 1 or 2 divs usually, and so I just kept determination because the extra armor is not that bad actually, but I definitely could go for more damage through pride. Also, in this setup, I actually, because of the wands and the aggressive wand, I did swap the Primordial Might to a Primordial Harmony, and I also could swap the Ruthless to zombie and put zombie in the chest and do that whole thing. But then I did an alternative where I showed the tree where I went the voices, and what the voices allows is tons of jewels. So first of all, it's the 3 primordial harmonies, the anima stone. Yeah, we have the inspired learning still, and then I have an anima, yeah, and then it's forbidden flesh, forbidden flame, which people will be like, what the fuck, Ethan, you said not to. It's like, well, if you're going pure carrion, you want an extra golem and not through a weapon because this is better, and then this, and then the golem buff effect. There's a benefit here. We're Carrion Golem, and the golem buff effect buffs up the Spectre and the zombie, and they actually do damage, and they're actually high level because of the wands and all the extra minion damage, and we're at 486 or something stupid, and they can actually live. And so my point is, the extra added damage from the Carrion Golem through the buff effect isn't negative, it is beneficial. So the extra golem buff effect from the Elemancer is also bonus damage on top of the extra golem, and the fact that technically they're immune to LE damage, which helps for renewal. Small benefit. And then it's like, well, I had the jewel sockets because I did the voices, and this is something you can do. And then I show, like, we've done the hybrid carrion zombie last season, so I'm kind of curious what I could do with my pure carrion this season. Just for now, maybe I'll swap it, I probably will, but for now, I've kept it on a pure carrion golem build. And so to make it all work, it's a lot of shit we did today. It was making sure they still have all the phys damage reduction, the chaos res, the accuracy through the precision, and the jewel without needing the tree, getting the chaos res and the phys damage reduction without needing the tree, getting the regen without the tree, getting the aura precision to make up for it, yeah, and fitting it, then the reservation, and also the eldritch battery, changing the anoint, pathing this, making sure I still had the mastery for the AoE. I lost like 700 life, but yo, let me show you the damage now. Alright, now this is the PoB 17.7 Carrion Golems big slaps. This is the Spectre, and it's just counting the default attack for the Spectre, okay? And then this is, I want to show you what I don't have enabled. So I have what I think is most of the consistent stuff, and I took off the inconsistent. So specifically, I took off, like, there's a bunch of features I probably should enable of just our own defenses and shit, but this is just looking at the deeps. So 17.7, I didn't put brittle, I didn't put the curse vulnerability from the Animate Guardian, I didn't put the Spectre, the Harpy. If we had the other ones, so monkeys, 22, that's with nerfs, by the way. And so this is the PoB. Then I wanted to show a zombie because Carrion Golem's going to be messed up elemental reses. You can't see it anymore, but yeah, you can see the chaos res is capped, and it had the 20 base, and we added an extra 60 through the dread march. Is super smooth, easy clap. Lightning res, 40 base, and we added the extra 55 and the 15. Ignore the Commander of Darkness, so they're 27 over res cap. Easy clap. You could do a bone ring instead, but yeah, mine also have the extra 15% less damage taken from the, or reduced damage taken from the gloam ring, so keep that in mind. It's helpful for their survivability. Then we're looking at 206, 42, 330, really chunky zombies. And if you look at Carrion, it'll actually say they're immune to elemental damage. So technically this is where you could LE armor your Spectre zombie in AG, and you wouldn't have to build LE res because you're an elementalist. You have 80 impale without even using rotting claws or the enhance. It's pretty good. We have all that aura effect. Got that extra charisma. We're just missing basically haste from this, which in Blight, I actually switch my grace to haste because I don't need the grace for AFK. And so my haste ends up being, yeah, 20 from 17. Pretty good. This adds some damage because I'm Commander of Darkness, and it gives the extra attack speed. And what's really funny with this attack speed is it actually gets scaled by aura effect. And then it actually works with generosity too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. As a final end to the video, I want to talk about just the updates I could make, which is we're like 170 stun avoidance. I can't really show it here, but I have avoid stun and I have avoid stun on the flask, so I could gain an entire flask suffix if I was able to get stun avoidance without this. So that would be really powerful. And also the reservation, and maybe we run haste, or maybe we don't run the golem 6-link. We run a 5-link zombie, and then we take out all these golem jewels except for the anima stone, and we go hybrid and all that. But for now, this is a pretty cool version. I really enjoy this. This is a lot of fun, and I can min-max the hungry loop, the gems in the helm, like an empower, and all this shit. There's so many upgrades still to come. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys made it to this part in the video and like these build updates, like these upgrades, then hit that like button. If you guys hit that like button, you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you guys are notified of the next episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!